2018 Maserati GranTurismo Review. The good points of Maserati GranTurismo. Stunning looks in and out. Powerful and characterful engines. Impressive comfort and handling mix. Simple range with many different personalization. The bad points of Maserati GranTurismo. Not much driver assistance tech available. Drivetrain technology is receiving on a little bit. Rivals have an overabundance engine and gearbox options. Running pricing is going to hurt. The Maserati GranTurismo Coupe could be the culmination of a lot of tradition. It's an adversary to the Bentley Continental GT, Porsche 911 and Aston Martin DB11, all cars having a significant past to call upon, so has a mighty job to accomplish just to compete. But what on this history? Back in 1957 the Italian carmaker installed a substantial engine, sending power towards the rear wheels, underneath the long bonnet in the four-seater Race X 1500. And so began a heritage for building beautiful Grand Tourers, then the stunning 3500 GT plus a number of other desirable vintage models that command big bucks on the classic car market. Grand Tourers are cars which are powerful, great to operate a vehicle and comfortable over long distances, vehicles that truly make you wish to take the car as an alternative to fly. There's a convertible version too, referred to as Maserati Grand Cabrio, with not many differences in spec and trim. Stunning Pininfarina looks. And on sheer looks alone we'd repeat the GranTurismo will do the job perfectly. Originally penned by famed design studio Pininfarina, and this is responsible for stunning cars through the likes of Alfa Romeo, Ferrari and Lancia. It incorporates a timeless elegance to its sweeping lines that truly catches a person's vision. The only engine choice available since introduction in 2007 is really a V8 petrol, available as being a 4.2-liter at the beginning of models and latterly a 4.7-liter, with power nearly 460 horsepower inside fastest versions. A quantity of variants have been receiving sale within the GranTurismo's 10-year life cycle, including a performance-focused Mixtradale model that's because of go-off sale in 2018. However, you won't find much to complain about in relation to driving, in spite of which one you select. The GranTurismo's rear-wheel drive layout and brilliant engines lend themselves fitted cross-continent jaunt almost perfectly. Some on the gearbox options available in the years can be a little without involvement, but inside the main this can be a car that handles long distances with no trouble. It helps how the seats are exceedingly comfortable, plus the ride quality we've experienced on later cars preloaded with adaptive skyhook suspension may be very impressive indeed. Maserati GranTurismo facelifted in 2017. An update premiered in 2017 to arrange the GranTurismo for a couple more years on discount sales, which has a view to replacement in 2020. The range was simplified, with one engine and gearbox to be had, the 4.7-liter 460 horsepower V8 while using 6-speed automatic gearbox, and a couple of trims, Sporty Mic plus more luxurious Sport. Just don't ask us why they're named that way. Other notable improvements with this update are the addition on the 8.4-inch touchscreen multimedia system on the Ghibli, Levant SUV and Quattroporte, and also a new Harman Kardon speaker system as standard fit. Maserati GranTurismo Mixtradale. In 2011 a faster two-seater version from the GranTurismo, referred to as Mixtradale, was published. This bespoke model featured a unique transaxle gearbox, which implies instead of being bolted further back on the engine it sits on the back axle, improving weight distribution. Buyers on this highly specialist car enjoy a 10 horsepower power high to 450 horsepower and torque of 510 Nm, representing a 20 Nm improvement. Those numbers, along using a 110 kg weight reduction in the GranTurismo S, created for a 0.62 mph sprint in 4.6 seconds. Other performance tweaks included carbon fiber back race seats, Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, specialist Pirelli tires and also a unique suspension configuration. Then in 2013 a 4-seater version in the Mixtradale was published. Maserati GranTurismo Sport. Unveiled in 2012, the GranTurismo Sport featured just a 4.7-liter V8 motor with 460 horsepower and 520 Nm of torque, which created for 0.62 mph and 4.7 seconds when fitted while using optional robotized manual transaxle gearbox stated earlier called McShift and 4.8 seconds using the standard ZF 6-speed automatic gearbox called McShift Auto. The verdict: it's getting over a bit, which doesn't help running costs or availability on the latest tech, but for an emotional purchase we don't think you'll be unhappy with all the Maserati GranTurismo. It's powered with a brilliant engine, has attractive cabin, rides and handles well, and it has lovely front seats with room for 4 adults. Maserati GranTurismo review once we get right under this car's skin. V8 petrol power your only option. Choice of power and gearboxes. High performance Mixtradale. Originally the GranTurismo was provided by 2 engines, which then dropped to 1 with all the choice of 2 gearboxes, eventually thinning to at least 1 engine and gearbox combination within the facelift in 2017. After which the high-performance GranTurismo Mixtradale was dropped from your range. Maserati GranTurismo engines from launch in 2007. A car as gorgeous since the GranTurismo cries out for power along with the standard 4.2-liter V8 engine delivers sufficient urge to meet the most demanding driver. The ability to make it to the 62 mph benchmark rate in a mere 5.2 seconds means that is agile transport all the time, with lots of thrust at the merest dab with the electronic drive-by-wire accelerator. The S models receive a more powerful 4.7-liter V8 engine with 440 bhp. This drops the 0.62 mph the perfect time to 4.9 seconds inside Duo Select model and feels more sublime compared to smaller unit. The gearbox is disappointing though it becomes an automatic about the standard model which has a manual model helping you to change gear via leader paddles. However, it never makes it easy full control and is not as enjoyable to use like a manual gearbox. The S carries a different system that utilizes 2 clutches to provide super-fast changes, hence the name Duo Select. To confuse matters further, there's also an S automatic model that's fitted while using same gearbox because the standard car. High-performance Maserati GranTurismo Mixtradale launched this season. Taking inspiration on the firm's racing cars, the Mixtradale would have been a focused performance version on the GranTurismo supposed to represent the pinnacle in the range. It featured some .7-liter V8 with 450 horsepower and 510 Nm, but as a result of its 110 kg lower curb weight it covered 0.62 mph in 4.6 seconds so that it is the quickest GranTurismo ever. Range dropped to a single engine in 2012. The introduction with the Maserati GranTurismo Sport in 2012 cut the engine range as a result of just a 4.7-liter Ferrari-built V8. This motor now produced 460 horsepower and 520 Nm of torque. You did continue to have the option of a couple of gearboxes, though, a normal automatic called McShift Auto plus a specialized roboto-sized manual called McShift that sits about the back axle, and it is capable of changing gear incredibly quickly, helping weight distribution for additional balanced handling. With the first kind McShift Auto, the GranTurismo covered 0.62 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds. As you move the McShift equipped car can at 0.1 seconds quicker. Not really a huge improvement with the circa £4,000 premium at time of launch. Facelift in 2017. The GranTurismo's update for 2017 dropped the expensive, slow-selling McShift gearbox, together with the sole drivetrain option available several 7-liter V8 coupled together with the ZF 6-speed automatic gearbox. We a chance to sample this combination with a GranTurismo Mach, that is one in the two revised trims being offered, additional being Sport. The Mach-Stradale model has become discontinued. The Mach version covers 0.62 miles per hour in 4.7 seconds, turning it into 0.1 seconds quicker compared to Sport as a result of better aerodynamics from your sportier body kit as well as a new exhaust that borrows design elements from your GranTurismo racing car's Maserati builds. As you'd expect, it sounds fantastic, that has a deeper and even more guttural roar than Sport models. The engine shines brightly here. It doesn't get turbochargers as you find over a lot of performance cars nowadays, and you're rewarded with brilliant throttle response plus a wonderful noise to start. Its gearbox is showing its age here, though. We noticed it's not wanting to change down quickly enough to take care of during faster driving, despite while using the steering column mounted paddle shifters. It works much better left rolling around in its automatic mode and driven more gently. A sport driving mode is accessible to sharpen in the whole experience, making the GranTurismo's throttle response and gear changes quicker. It also lowers the RPM the flap inside exhaust opens at. This means you get sportier noise to look along while using drive. Performs well overall. Excellent hydraulic steering. Lightweight for Mach-Stradale. Despite using advanced manufacturing techniques including high-strength steel and aluminium, the GranTurismo can be a heavy car, tipping the scales at in excess of 1,800 kilograms no matter what version. That said, there's still enough talent fully briefed to make it a seriously memorable drive. There's a wide range of grip available and the steering is brilliant. Its hydraulic assistance instead of electric means there's a wide range of feedback provided on the driver about what's going on underneath the front wheels. That means it feels involving and confidence-inspiring. It doesn't accomplish that while driven really fast because Maserati's relatively old stability control system weighed in prior to getting close on the chassis limits, but we suspect many drivers won't ever stray into that sort of territory. Maserati GranTurismo Mach-Stradale handling. As a laser-focused performance model, the Mach-Stradale had a quantity of handling-enhancing features. The main one was selecting an electronically controlled transaxle gearbox, which basically means it lives on the back axle as opposed to bolted directly for the back in the engine. This helped weight distribution. A number of carbon ceramic brakes has also been installed to face up towards the rigors of fast race circuit driving. Highly attractive cabin. Supple top-quality leather. New multimedia in 2017. Excitement really should be a given within a low-slung, relatively lightweight coupe which has a big engine. It is, and yes, it comes with classic Italian flair inside the Maserati GranTurismo. Height and reach power adjustment with the steering is provided and both front seats are electrically adjustable, albeit having a bit of a stretch to achieve the controls about the sides from the seats. Supple leather and aluminum-colored inlays are being used throughout the sumptuous interior on the GranTurismo, plus it really feels its own place to sit. Quality is great too, as well as the tactile materials undoubtedly are a big improvement over previous Maserati cars. It's a shame then how the Satanov at the beginning of cars is borrowed at a Peugeot, but following 2017's facelift I thought this was improved through the introduction connected with an 8.4-inch touchscreen unit featuring the modern navigation technology. It's exactly the same system as found within the Ghibli, Levant and Quattroporte models and has now Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. Also following a 2017 facelift, a 750-watt Harman Kardon speaker system was suited to all GranTurismos. This is useful, but we thought its integration to the cabin wasn't as neat as various other manufacturers manage, Mercedes-Benz and Audi for example. Great mile muncher. Car's firmer than sport. Comfortable front seats. This is often a sporty Grand Tourer, so comfort is significant, and Maserati has been doing a decent job here. The best combination normally made available, pursuing the 2017 facelift no less than, maybe the Sport on its softer plus much more compliant suspension. We found the cars to get noticeably firmer. Systems work efficiently. Take that under consideration when deciding which in the two models are for you personally. Sport cars don't look anywhere close to as sporty, oddly enough, and fewer road noise intrudes into the cabin too. We were incredibly impressed because of the quality with the front seats for example, though. They're very adjustable but crucially both supportive and comfy. Well equipped from launch. Starting to feel its age in 2017. Personalization a vital part of appeal. In the GranTurismo's 10-year lifespan at time of writing we have seen a quantity of key updates on the somewhat confusing trim structure, culminating by 50% version, sporty mic and luxurious sport. Standard Maserati GranTurismo equipment. From the launch in 2007, Maserati's multimedia system ensures the GranTurismo lacks little by means of information and entertainment. Working using a 7.0-inch screen, it provides a CD player, satellite navigation, radio and onboard computer. The system includes a 30 GB disk drive that could hold 180 hours of music, ideal with all the Bose multi-channel surround sound system using 11 speakers for high-fidelity sound. The dual-zone automatic climate control has rear air outlets along with an automatic sensor reduces air humidity if glass surfaces begin to mist. Following the facelift in 2017, the number was distilled into two distinct versions. All GranTurismos get 8.4-inch touchscreen multimedia system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. 12-volt, USB port, SD card and aux-in sockets right in front, USBs at the spine. Harman Kardon audio system with 10 speakers including the subwoofer. Leather and Alcantara upholstery. Aluminium pedals and gearshift paddles behind the tire. LED headlights. Rear view parking camera. On surface of that, ordering a Maserati GranTurismo magnets that you simply body kit including a carbon fiber albeit painted bonnet along with a bespoke exhaust system inspired from the carmaker's racing cars. This latter feature is a thing we think looks fantastic, and gives you a noticeable effect around the noise the vehicle makes, something that'll be important to a lot of buyers. The Maserati GranTurismo Sport may be the softer with the two trim levels, as evidenced because of the fitment of Skyhook adaptive dampers making use of their noticeably better ride versus the mix. It turns into a different rear bumper arrangement to store its less aggressive exhaust. Optional Maserati GranTurismo extras. There are countless personalization options available to GranTurismo buyers, therefore we doubt this company will sell many if any standard cars. You've got a selection of 16 paint colors, 14 designs of alloy wheel, 8 interior colors and 5 trims for that cabin. And McLean carbon package can be designed for both cars, adding the weight-saving material to everywhere in the paddle shifters with the gearbox to your backs from the front seats. There really are a couple of packages open to further tweak each side your GranTurismo. The Anniversary Edition includes leather upholstery in a number of 3 colors for your seats, dash, central console and armrests. The Centennial Pack has 4 color options for your parts stated earlier, and carbon fiber backs for your front seats. Good Safe Practices Kit. Not much latest tech. Untested by Euro NCAP. The Maserati GranTurismo hasn't been tested by Euro NCAP, and given it's been discounted for a decade at time of writing, it's unlikely to be from the future. Basic Safety Kit incorporates a stability control system called MSP that holds back engine performance if the automobile detects a skid, 6 airbags around the auto including side ones built into the front seats, a rear-view parking camera, a tire pressure monitoring system and high-performance brakes. There's fashionable handy hill holder device that'll keep you rolling back when pulling away with an incline, with an adaptive light system that automatically activates and bends if you steer to help you see what's round the next corner. What about driver assistance technology? Unfortunately, that is where the GranTurismo really starts to feel its age. There isn't anything near to what rivals from Mercedes-Benz or Bentley offer normally made available. The only system of note is often a cruise control system that isn't adaptive. There's decent room for 4 adults from the GranTurismo. As in help to entry and exit towards the rear seats, the ability system for both front seats drives them forward automatically if the backrest is tilted. Double cup holders are offered for front and back passengers along with the front armrest comes with an illuminated storage compartment. It's not easy and simple car to park, but pursuing the facelift in 2017 a rear-view camera helped here. The GranTurismo is intended to get more sporting than practical, and furthermore, as it carries a fixed rear seat, load carrying is confined towards the boot area, that offers a capacity of only 261 liters. To its credit, the business does offer optional luggage sets specially tailored to create the most in the boot space, plus side pouches alongside the trunk seats for small personal items.